The Arizona Supreme Court showed their displeasure regarding Kari Lake, the failed Republican gubernatorial candidate, and her lawsuit challenging her defeat in the gubernatorial race last year to Democrat Katie Hobbs. On Thursday, they sanctioned her attorney's $2,000 in connection with the unsuccessful lawsuit. The lawsuit was over the alleged false claim that more than 35,000 ballots were incorrectly added to the overall count. Lake's challenge was focused on the issues with not just ballot printers in some Maricopa County polling sites, but also the process of signature verifications in early ballots. County officials defended their process and assured the court that everyone had a fair chance to vote, and all ballots were taken to a more sophisticated counter located in their election headquarters. However, Lake and her lawyers kept pushing forward with their claims of election fraud, which were labeled as baseless. In response to this, the attorneys representing Hobbs and Secretary of State Adrian Fontes asked for the court to order Lake to pay attorney fees for their defense in the appeal. But the Chief Justice, Robert Brittenell, refused this request and said that the challenge over signature verification remains unresolved. The Arizona Court of Appeals had previously rejected Lake's claims, citing a lack of evidence regarding the 35,000 ballots that were allegedly added to the vote count. This latest order from the state's Supreme Court will allow a trial court to resume litigating the matter. Lake's attorneys argued that sanctions were not necessary since no one can doubt that Lake was honestly believing her race was determined by electoral misconduct. However, the court maintained their decision, citing the false factual statements that were made by Lake's lawyers. She was one of the leading 2022 Republican candidates which promoted the lies of former President Donald Trump and made it the centerpiece of her campaign. Ultimately, the Arizona Supreme Court proved that the claim of election fraud was baseless and showed their disapproval at the unnecessary and unlawful act of attempting to challenge the outcome of the election. Lake and her lawyers have 10 days to submit the payment.